Progressive Skills in English.
Hello and welcome to Theme 4, Episode 5. We're going to begin this episode with a text that is talking about time usage. But before that, let's answer a couple of questions. So first, how many hours are there in a day?
It's known that we have 24 hours per day.
That's exactly right. And what do you spend most of your time on each day?
I spend most of my time on work each day, both of work, like the work I do, and the housework.
Alright, great. Now let's begin reading the text together.
Now let's go to the reading article in this episode, and it's entitled as Where Does All the Time Go? Now you have the article on the screen, so let's read it together. There are 24 hours in a day. Where does all the time go? How does the life of the average student divide into work, rest, and play? Imagine you wake up early in the morning. You think, I have plenty of time today. I can do all my university work. 18 hours later, you are tired and you go to bed. Half of the work is undone. Where did all the time go? The Bureau of Labor in the USA has done research into time usage of university students. The average student spends 8.3 hours sleeping every day. That's nearly 35% of the 24 hours. There are less than 16 hours left to do everything else. They spend another 1.5 hours traveling. For example, commuting to university and back home. Research shows that nearly 2 hours go on eating, drinking, and grooming, such as cleaning teeth, having a shower, and so on. Studying at a US university takes, on average, 3.3 hours each day. In addition, the average student spends 3.1 hours on paid work. Tuition is not free, so most students work their way through college, with jobs at coffee shops, for example, and hotels. There are only 6 hours left in the day. The average US student spends 3.7 hours a day on leisure activities. All of that sleep, work, and play leaves 2.3 hours. The research called this other. What can it be? The researchers do not say, but presumably it includes chores such as washing up and cleaning the house. 24 hours is a long time, but we have to sleep, eat, keep clean, and in most cases travel to work or study every weekday. Usable time is actually quite a small proportion of the total. As we can see here in the figure in front of you, which is a pie chart, it's about daily life of the US university students. And the source is US Bureau of Labor statistics based on data from 2004 till 2008.
Now, after having read that article, let's have a post activity together where you're going to see some sentences on your screen right now and we're going to mark them as true or false. So the first question we have, the title of the article has 5 words.
False.
Number 2, there are 2 photographs of sunrise and sunset.
True.
3, there's an introductory paragraph.
True.
Number 4, there are 8 other paragraphs.
False.
5, figure 1 is a pie chart.
True.
6, the red part of the pie chart represents sleeping.
True.
Number 7, it shows the daily life of US university students.
True.
Number 8, the research is from the US Bureau of Labor.
True.
Now let's try predicting how many hours a day does the average US student spend on each activity. You're going to be seeing in front of you right now an exercise where we're going to match the hours and the activities together. So number 1, commuting.
It takes 1.5 hours per day.
Number 2, eating and drinking.
It takes nearly 2 hours per day.
Number 3, education.
It takes 3.3 hours each day.
Number 4, grooming.
It takes almost 1 hour per day.
Number 5, leisure.
It takes something like 3.7 hours per day.
Number 6, other.
This would take 2.3 hours.
Number 7, sleeping.
This takes 8.3 hours per day.
And last but not least, work.
It is something like 3.1 hours per day.
And now let's present the first vocabulary box in this episode. So first we have commuting, grooming, in addition, leisure, on average, plenty, proportion, researcher, rest, tuition, undone, and usable. Now let's review some vocabulary and let's see what is the full word in each case.
University, leader, average, exams or examination, rest, imagine, commuting or community, showing, tuition.
And now let's have our skills check for this episode, which is going to be about finding and using topic sentences. So the first sentence of a paragraph is sometimes called the topic sentence. This sentence helps you to predict the content of the paragraph. Find and highlight topic sentences while you're reading. So think the following question: what information will come next? Now let's read the topic sentences on your screen together and let's match them with either 1 or 2 sentences of each case. Number A, imagine you wake up early in the morning.
You think I have plenty of time?
Number B, the Bureau of Labor in the USA has done research into time usage of university students.
The average student spends 8.3 hours sleeping every day.
Number C, studying at a US university takes, on average, 3.3 hours each day.
In addition, the average student spends 3.1 hours on paid work.
Number D, there are only 6 hours left in the day.
The average US student spends 3.7 hours a day on leisure activities.
And finally, number E, all of that sleep, work, and play leaves 2.3 hours.
The research called this other. Now let's go to do more activities. From our workbook, let's go back to page 80 and do more exercises with the verb to do. As you can see, we have here an exercise in A about phrases with do. We have to complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb do. 1. I can't come out on Saturday morning. I'm going to do the housework. 2. Hurry up, we'll be late. Okay, I'm just doing my makeup. 3. You look pleased. Yes, I did a test yesterday. I did quite well. 4. My company did a lot of business in the US. Or it might be my company does a lot of business in the US since I have no tense marker here. 5. I didn't go out last night. I had to do some studying. 6. Have you done your assignment yet? No, but I have done some research for it. 7. I went to that new nail salon yesterday. They did my nails really well. 8. I'm so tired. I just want to relax and do nothing this weekend. 9. Who does the cooking, the cleaning, and the washing up in your family? 10. If you want to lose weight, you need to do more exercise, or you could do a sport. 11. I really don't want to work in an office. I hate doing paperwork and emails or things like that. The last one, this work has been done really badly, I'm afraid. The second important thing about this episode and part of the theme is that we are introduced to you the topic sentences. The topic sentence is the sentence that introduces you to the main idea of the paragraph. So you have to choose a good one, and it has to be followed with a supporting sentence or something that can be explained and supported after that by either an example or a detail. You will see more in the coming episode. Thank you.
So now let's try dealing with new words. We're going to be rereading again the highlighted words in your text, and we're going to find out what is the meaning of each of them. So for the first word, we have rest.
Rest means when you don't have any work to do or you don't have any other activities to do, just to relax.
Alright, next one we have is plenty.
Plenty is amount.
And the next one is undone.
Unfinished.
Commuting.
Traveling to work and coming back.
Grooming.
Grooming activities like something like personal care, like cleaning teeth or having a shower.
How about on average?
On average is like most of the people do.
And in addition?
This is like when you want to add a certain piece of information.
Tuition.
Getting lessons or attending for a tutor or a professor in college.
And leisure.
Your free time.
Researchers.
Researchers are people who work on their researches in the university.
Usable.
Time that usable, if I'm talking about usable time, I would say time that we use. Usable is the time that we can use, or anything usable is what we can use.
Alright, and lastly, proportion.
Part.